Yeah.
Welcome back.
That happened.
We out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at Studio 4 today. I am Jerome with Disrupt the Paradigm. The rest of the band is here, and we are joined by Adam from Soulless Demise. We will be talking and discussing discussing Metalfest, which will be taking place in Hayward on the 12th of October?
8th.
On the 8th. Oh, I'm sorry.
Someone give him the flyer.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping that you would take it from here, Scott.
You always do. You always just hoping for me to take it. This is weirdo.
For you to take
Phrasing?
Phrasing?
I think that was perfectly phrased.
That's why he moved over to guitar from just singing. But so we're gonna be on October 8th, Saturday at Memorial Park in Hayward. This is the 10th annual Metalfest. So we're going to be hanging out with all the bands folks, and there's gonna be some donations. So remember, that's the important part, is the donations.
Bring a metal can, see some metal bands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we've got a nice good lineup this year, so it's pretty solid. Gonna be pretty exciting from open to close. Don't miss it. That's gonna be important that you don't miss it, because if you don't miss it, you won't miss it. So we're gonna go ahead and go through the lineup of bands that are here. They're gonna be showing up. So it's gonna open up with Anastasi. I think, does anybody have any familiarities with that project?
Well, I know from the meetings, Anastasia, she's the woman who's going to be singing, but it's kind of some members from other bands who are going to make up her band.
Alex, supergroup.
Yeah, Alex from our band, from Soulless Demise, he's going to be drumming. Jack from Star Destroyer is playing bass. Do you guys know who's guitar?
I think it's Lonnie from Razor Train, but I'm not 100% sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we'll know on the 8th.
Yeah. And so will you when you show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so come check that out. It's going to be a pretty good opener right there. Next we have Frolic. It's going to be following them. Anybody familiar with those guys, to give a little bit of background?
I've seen them once at Red House in Walnut Creek, and since then I believe that KK group he joined. He's playing guitar. For anybody who doesn't know KK, he's Billy from Cultural Warfare son. He's also a shredder, man. Guys, kid, good.
Master Shredder.
No Ninja Turtles yet. So and then we have Mystic Rage. I'm sure we're all familiar with Mystic Rage.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And then
I think this is their first show since playing at Slim, so that was a great show. So.
Oh yeah.
There you go. So that would be nice. So don't miss that. That's going to be a nice surprise for everybody. Fortress United is going to be following them. I believe they're East Bay, Far East Bay, or they are further.
I think Manteca, somewhere around that area. Modesto, yeah. Modesto.
Last year they were called Fortress.
Yes.
Yeah. They've done a name change, and they won Best New Band, right? At the award show?
Yes, I believe they did.
Yeah.
Bunch of really young, talented kids. I wish I had been playing shows when I was their age.
Yeah.
They've
Keep it going.
They just released a new music video on YouTube called Rise. Check it out. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. And that's exactly what Len said. It's just one of those things where when I was young, I wish I had taken some of those opportunities and did not. So I hope they keep it up and keep it moving. It's always good to see younger people still doing this stuff.
Doing it well.
And doing it well, yeah.
Yep, and then it's going to be followed by us.
Disrupt the Paradigm.
You probably heard more than you ever wanted to hear about us, so we can probably move on.
You should all be thankful we're not talking and we're just playing music.
Dispense the paper.
Yeah.
Dancing Taco.
We're going to be keeping our clothes on and making lots of music. So we have AOD. AOD. Hey, just because you go around barefoot, it doesn't mean you're naked. But AOD is going to be following us, and I know that...
Ashes of Death, they're good buddies of ours from the North Bay.
Oh, is that what that stands
So
for?
it's Ashes. Okay, I knew it was something of death.
I was like, are we going to sit around making up goofy acronyms for them?
No.
I don't want to get beat up. No.
They're
Apples on
Ashes,
demand.
Ashes of Death. Yeah, Apples on demand. That's fine. No, Ashes of Death.
I can do better. I'll come back.
Good dudes, great band, and looking forward to seeing them again.
And then we got, following up, your band, Soulless Demise, so you guys are going to be following Ashes of Death there.
Yeah.
And you guys are returning again from last year as well.
Yeah, pretty much Metalfest last year was the last show that we did, And this year, it's a mostly new lineup. I mean, Eddie and I are still there, but we have a new drummer, Alex Daniels. Some of you who've been to the shows may know him as the guy in the suit and the top hat. James Riom, he was the drummer for Mars Rising, and he's playing bass for us. And our new guitarist, or new lead guitarist, is Paul Miller. So, yeah, you're gonna see how that turns out, and I'm looking forward to it.
Is he still doing the suit and top hat for playing for you guys?
I don't think he's going to be doing it. I mean, I can't speak for him, but you
guys should just roll with it, and I'll dress.
If he does, we can roll with it. I don't know if he is.
You can
Probably
have
just
both
wear a vest.
the best of both worlds and get him a metal studded top hat. That might be.
No, metal stud. I always think helmet, but then again, that might get people thinking like Kaiser things, But and also it'd probably be
You've gotta
expensive.
Be careful
but,
these days. Right?
But anyway, yeah. At any rate, Alex is playing drums for us now, and I don't know if he's wearing the suit and top hat. If he is, we can roll with it. But given like the weather, and all that, I don't know.
Yeah, it is an outdoor show.
And if it's anything like last year, it was pretty warm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be warming up again here in the next weekend, so it's probably.
Last time we had it easy because we opened up early in the show, so now we're gonna be midday, which means we're probably gonna bake
Playing in a tin can.
in the sun.
A large tin can.
Says you.
I remember I forgot to check how hot the cymbals were, and the first song we played had a whole bunch of cymbal chokes in it, so it's just like, yeah, cool, yeah.
That's hella metal.
Yeah, it was pretty metal. So do you guys have any new songs, or is this just kind of reinterpretations of older Soulless Demise songs?
A lot of it, it's some of the older material. We are working on new songs. I mean, now that we got a new lineup and everything like that, that's one thing we're looking forward to doing. We're just trying to get a good recording done of what we do have. But a lot of the old songs that we are playing, I mean, with the new lineup, everybody's got a little bit of a different style. There's some changes in the dynamic and the speed. So they are old songs, but they're different. They do sound different now. Yeah.
Cool.
We're familiar with that.
Yeah. Well, wait, that's that song. Yeah. But
Right.
you might not get it right away, or
Moving
may realize, whoa, this part sounds really different.
Then we have Fallen You Guys is going to be Hand of Fire. I don't remember if they were there last year.
They were
No, they I don't think they'd even formed by then.
Oh, wow, okay.
Or if so, they weren't doing shows yet.
So we got Hand of Fire, and then we've got Star Destroyer from last year. They were there as well. And we've been familiar with Star Destroyer. We've played quite a few shows with them since the last Metalfest. And then to close up the event is going to be Mudface, which I'm not as 100% familiar with.
They're good.
Okay.
They are good. Yeah.
Yeah, their last album they released earlier this year, and it's really good.
Yeah, and if you've seen the video for Hellfoot, I mean, if you haven't, check it out. But yeah, if you have, they're good. And
What was that countdown that they were on? Was that it wasn't MTV? It was
no, it was
Livewire or something?
Yeah, I think it was Livewire. It's like they were on.
They were in the top 10 for
at some point
3 or 4 months or something.
I think for a while they were within the top 3.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's good. It's a cool video, and seemed like good, solid, nice dudes.
And also, I've seen them
band.
live a few times. They put on a good show, man. A lot of energy, And
Excellent.
That's going to be an awesome event, and as usual, there'll probably be some booths up. I believe that they said there's going to be some vendors that will be there as well.
Yeah, Savage Peoples is going to be there doing their thing. There's a jeweler there. I don't think they're doing food trucks this year because they couldn't get the permits and everything. But I think there's going to be a barbecue.
Yeah, there's a barbecue.
K-Shack's grilling.
Yep, and this event is also sponsored in part by Infinite Art, Quick Printing Center. I think Music Depot is another big important part of that, and the Salvation Army, which is the reason for the canned food drive. So that's going to be very important. The Bands for Bands group, and Hard, which oddly enough, out of everything, should be the least dirty thing, considering it's just Hayward Area Recreation and Park District. But yeah, it just still comes out to Hard.
Yeah,
Works
good
for
to
metal,
know.
good
Yeah.
enough. So
Presented by Hard.
yeah, presented by Hard, which oddly enough, the cleanest of the whole entire thing. Well, maybe Salvation Army too, I'm sure. Yeah, and this is all going down 24176 Mission Boulevard in Hayward. So make sure you make your way all out there. It is all ages. That's important.
Yep.
So everybody come on out. Bring the kids, bring your family, bring whoever. Enjoy some music.
Bring some camp chairs, picnic blanket, whatever.
There's walking trails. You can bring your dogs if you want to and take them for walks in between the bands.
Yeah.
It's a safe space. There will be no swears.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
try
that's the
very
thing,
hard to
actually.
make it
We've had
family-friendly.
to restructure.
Yeah, I have to think of little things to replace the parts where I would cuss. I mean, there's not too much in our things anyway, but the parts where I do, I gotta
Yeah.
fill it up with something else.
We've decided to replace all of our swear words with the words grilled salmon, so we're going to see how that goes. Skip's been challenged with it, and he's kind of upset that we went with grilled salmon, but he's going to grilled salmon us to death. So now we also have the other important part. It's going to begin at 1 p.m., so make sure you're there at 1 p.m. Everything's going to kick off nice and fun. Bring those canned goods, and that is it for the event.
When we say start at 1 p.m., it is going to start at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
You can come there whenever you want. There's no doors, so
Right.
Yeah.
the show is actually going to start.
We're
at
not
1.
on Bay Area time. 1 o'clock doesn't mean show up at 2 and be like, I'm sorry. 1 o'clock.
You're going to miss a lot of stuff if you show up after 1 o'clock,
And-
so that's why I'm going to put it.
Get there early because parking.
Oh yeah.
Yep, parking is always a big
The
deal.
parking lot gets filled.
Yeah, it's a nice big parking lot, but yeah, it does fill up.
We had intended to have a couple of people show up today, but
You can
the
recycle
only one
it,
brave
right?
enough to sit with us was Adam from Soulless Demise, so he's here with us. Do we have any other information on things coming up other than we just dropped our album?
Yeah.
So we've got our album available at the show.
Do you guys have anything lined up for after Metalfest?
Yes, October 28th, we're going to be playing a show in Manteca. I got to pull up some information about that. I know that one of the other bands involved is Fortress United. They were kind of nice enough to involve us in it, but
Also playing at Metalfest.
yeah, they are also playing at Metalfest fairly early. But this is going to be October 28th in Manteca. Let me just see what I can find on it. Sorry to kind of hold things up. It's just-
Then while you
Okay.
go through that,
We'll let the audience hear the epic guitar solo going on next door.
woo!
Yeah, it is at Pizza and Pints, which is 449 North Main Street in Manteca.
I like both of those things.
Yeah. So far, I know that we're playing. I know that Fortress United is playing. Broken Glass Sanctuary, and these guys didn't they just play last night with? I can't quite the logos. It's metal logos.
I can't read
Is
this.
it,
it's one of
is it a
those-
bunch
Is
of
that
neon
Those
down
kids
in a
with the
pile?
thorns.
It's like a radiation sign, and there's like something in bright green, and under that is dead. So
Looks like Neon Dead.
or Nixon dead or Nixon.
Well, it certainly isn't Toxic Holocaust.
Well,
No.
to the band, if they're listening, I apologize. I just can't quite make out the top word on your logo, but it's
I'm sure they expected that to happen.
yeah.
If they haven't, they should have.
But anyway, that's October 28th at Pizza and Pints in Manteca, and then December 2nd we're doing a show at the Red House in Walnut Creek. We're still putting together the lineup for that, so details on that are kind of
Sketchy at the moment.
yeah, at the moment they're not quite complete, but those are what we got on the plate, and we are also doing some recording. Before we did it with a studio in San Mateo, but the material we got back it wasn't quite usable. So James, who just joined us, he's got some recording stuff in his place, and we've been doing it, and he knows what he's doing when it comes to recording. So I'm looking forward to being able to put some music in people's hands that they can listen to.
Excellent. Is that an EP or?
It's
three-song
probably going to
demo or something,
be EP or demo length. It's not going to be like a full length thing, but still, it's going to be something to put in people's hands. And come December, we're planning to have actually some of the new material ready to play.
Nice.
Because we're all itching to write new stuff. Well, I mean, I've got some stuff written. Eddie and Paul, they've got some new riffs. James, he's got some whole songs written. So we're looking to be performing new songs come December.
Very cool. When do you anticipate being done with the recording?
I don't know that yet. I mean, It's kind of done in house, so we can do it like a little bit quicker. It's not like not like we have to worry about too many conflicting schedules. So
Right. Do you think like by the beginning of next year maybe, or?
I'm pretty sure we'll have something to put out by then.
Cool.
And Skip is basically now the main guy in front of us. What were your impressions from last year at Metalfest, and what do you anticipate this year as far as your experience there?
I mean, it was interesting. That was the first show of that type I'd ever done. Yeah, I mean,
Outdoor fests are fun, yeah.
Say again?
Outdoor fests, they're a lot of fun. You get a good crowd going.
Yeah, you get people you might not necessarily have gotten given the amount of bands. But yeah, it was a good time, and I expect it to be a good time again.
Yeah, 10 bands this year.
It's gonna be pretty awesome. And also just to kind of throw in some other stuff, since we've already discussed a lot in depth at this point, we don't have to stick on anymore about interpersonal band stuff like our own recordings and things like that. I kind of wanted to include in some of our podcasts like what some of the other guys are doing in our band if they have information on it. Like you have another project. Our drummer Jeff is also in Wolfsnake's Son.
Yep.
Do you guys have a lot going on coming up? Anything you want to promote for coming up?
We are playing at Johnny V's with Bird Caravan. Don't remember what the second band is, and then a touring band from Chicago called North by North. I apologize to the third band. I can't place your name right now. And then we're closing the show. That's at Johnny V's on October 10th. And then we're doing a Halloween show at JJ's on October 30th with Scare on a Dare, which is members of Claire on a Dare, and a couple other bands to be announced. And then we're probably about 95% of the way through our debut album, and we will probably be releasing that early next year.
It's gonna be interesting for you to have 2 album accomplishments kind of back to back.
Yeah, I mean that's been on my bucket list for the last 15 years. So to do it with 2 different bands is pretty awesome.
Awesomely. And do you have anything that you can talk about yet, or are you still kind of waiting until it gets deeper down the road for you guys?
I like turtles.
Good enough. Yeah, so he's just our bass player, likes turtles and playing music and not wearing shoes. So look forward to seeing that the next show coming up. Metalfest, don't forget to swing by and pick up our album. We are almost out of shirts, so we probably won't have much of those left. But if you need extra large and 2 extra large, is that what we got left?
All you biggins, come to us.
Yes.
No, if you need a new shirt and you're a double XL, we got you covered.
Yeah, and so, but we'll probably have some new shirts, not too distant future.
Sometime next year.
Yeah, and we're gonna be, I think, outside of Metalfest. What else do we have going on that's confirmed yet?
I think that's pretty much it for right now.
Yeah, so we may or may not have some more shows to announce in the next podcast. For now, that's it for Metalfest, and then we're looking forward to wrapping up the year and starting to get back on the right new music train for Dancing Taco Party. We'll hopefully get that going. And I think we are playing Go Bud the next show, so hopefully you guys hop on to YouTube and get familiar with that song, get familiar with the lyrics. We want to see some participation this time. Mostly because our vocalists are tired and they need a break.
I'm old.
So what was the thing that you noticed about the lyrics? Would they have to have a membership, or they have to be?
If you're doing it through Reverb Nation, it asks you to put your email or something. What do you have to do, Skip?
Yeah, you couldn't just visit it as a non-member. You have to join Reverb Nation in order to see the lyrics posted for each track.
Taco?
No.
Silver tongue behemoth.
It's
We're
Scott
making
being
fun
an
of
idiot.
acronyms
Yeah.
again.
Because I was thinking, but
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Back to that
A
baked
lot of
salmon.
salmon references.
Yeah.
We call it city taco, but
CD. All right. Well,
Grilled salmon, no.
other than that, thank you for listening. I think the only other news we have is that our record for Disrupt the Paradigm is on sale.
$5.
$5 online. You can get it at Bandcamp and now.
You can get it at Bandcamp. You can listen to
Reverb Nation.
Failure and SoundCloud. We gave one song there for free. We've got
Scott just put out a lyric video.
Yeah, there's a YouTube. Check our YouTube. There's going to be some stuff coming up on there, more than what's on there right now. Silvertongue Behemoth is up now with the lyrics. Then we've got Reverb Nation.
Reverb Nation,
And so Reverb Nation Bandcamp, pick up the album there. It's $5, $1 per song if you just want one of the songs. You can do that too. But yeah, it's all be up there, and probably as soon as we get some new merchandise, it'll be up there as well.
All right. We all hope to see you at Metalfest in Hayward on the
8th.
Wait, you don't want to go to the 12th again?
I was making
Adam,
sure.
sir, thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
We
Yeah, I had a
definitely
good
thank
time.
Adam from Soulless Demise for stopping by. And if we have any more people that we can interact with podcast-wise before the show, we'll definitely put that up as well. So just keep your ear out.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye!
All right.